Hello everyone, Leigh here from Martinuzzi Property Group with another weekly real estate market update. Christmas is only just around the corner with just over 4 weeks to Christmas. And typically what we see at this time of year is certainly a slowing market. Look, properties always transact and there's going to be property sales throughout the festive season, but we definitely do see a slowing market because now people are starting to plan for holidays, family events, they've got work functions, all sorts of Christmas and festive season celebrations happening. So people generally hold off selling until the new year. And that's what's typically happening. However, this year has been anything but typical. We've seen phenomenal property price market, intense hot market with prices in Australia going through the roof. Across Australia now, it's about 22% average growth for all areas. In Brisbane, it's a little bit higher than that. And on the Sunshine Coast, regional areas around Queensland, we've seen even more intense property price growth this year, with some areas on the Sunshine Coast recording at least 25% property price growth and well above. Now, we've got a few sales here to give you a snapshot idea of what's happened this year. One property they bought 4 years ago, and they actually have sold for a 70% increase. So obviously that's skewed over those 4 years, but majority of that growth is through this year alone. Another property here we sold in the local area after owning it for 2 years. They actually sold for an astonishing 133% more than what they paid for it. And another property, which was about a year ago sold, it resold only recently for about 42% more. So there's some increases that we're seeing locally here in our market. So what does that mean for property owners here on the Sunshine Coast? Well, the predictions for 2022 across Australia is about 6%. So that's an ANZ market prediction for 2022. And they actually are suggesting that in 2023, there's talks of interest rates hikes, that we will see a slowing market. So we'll see a good market next year, but then perhaps even a declining market in 2023. So we're already starting to see a bit of a slowing market there. On the Sunshine Coast, it's slightly a different story because right now we have a severe lack of properties. I've seen in the last week only a few properties come to the market in our local area. And I can tell you in experience, we have so many buyers ready to go, ready to purchase a property, but there's just nothing around for them. So good seller conditions, a lot of buyers there. But we will see that change as the markets ease down in the southern states, which they already have. They've seen an increase, an intense amount of new listings coming to the market down there. So that's giving buyers more choice. And they're actually seeing the auction clearance rates drop a little bit, giving buyers a bit more choice, slowing the urgency down that they have to purchase a property. So that intensity is going to be taken away, which is not always favorable for sellers. So that will happen up here eventually as well. And I don't know when that might be. It might be in a few months, it might be in 6 months. But we always know that for a seller, if you're selling a property, to sell in isolation is much better than selling in competition. So if you put your property on the market now, there is no other competition around you, you're more likely to have better options to negotiate with those potential buyers. Whereas if you put it on in the new year and everyone else puts it on in the new year as well, you're going to have increased competition. And that means the buyers have more choice and more power to negotiate with the sellers. So the timing is right for selling now. It may continue into the new year. I really don't know. But what I do know is right now would be a great time to sell if you have plans to sell. And there's no reason why you can't sell over Christmas and over the new year period, because there's going to be a huge amount of buyers coming up this way, particularly when those borders open. We're going to see a flock of buyers wanting to come up to the Sunshine Coast. And I just think that's going to happen. I think it's actually going to be a fairly busy and active Christmas and New Year's period. So that's it from me, guys, for this week. Hope you have a great week. Let me know if you need anything, property sales, rentals, buyers, anyone out there that we can help. We'd love to speak to you. Give us a call anytime. My number's below. Talk soon.